guys, it's Yani here bringing you a belated Valentine's card. I'm sorry that I'm late in downloading this video, but my dad has been in and out of the hospital. What attracted me from this kit is everything, right? You have these nice regular size white red envelopes as well as the mini ones, the slimline pink envelopes that I'll be using on this card, the Valentine's die cuts with different sentiments and images, as you can see here. You have also the 6x6 pattern paper with all the colors needed for Valentine's. Check them out. The 6x8 stamp set that features a box of chocolates, the lips that you can stamp a lot of as a background, or it could be your focal point. You also have the heavy duty cardstock, and check out this beautiful holographic bright red cardstock. It's a 3D image. So for this card, I decided to use the hanging cards with the box of chocolates. You can give it to your sweetheart or to your best friend. I started by cutting the card base to 8.5 by 7 inches and scored it to 3.5, which is a slimline card. My layer size is 8.5 by 3.25 inches. But when using the rectangle die, the size went down to 8 inches by 3 inches. And here's the stamp set. It is called For My Sweet. Here are the supplies that I'll be using to make this card. My Misty, my Spectrum Noir markers, and my blending brushes. I'm going to start with my layer card, and here's my mini media mat by Waffle Flower. And what this mat does is a non-slip waterproof and heat-resistant mat. Very convenient. So I'm going to blend my layer card with this cotton candy ink by Simon Says. I'm not applying too much pressure on my hand while blending this color out. I just wanted to have a soft color. Once I was done with my background, I cleaned the brush with my microfiber cloth. Next, I'm going to start stamping my images of the hanging hearts using my Misty by placing my white layer cardstock first, and we are going to be stamping it 3 times, and I'm going to be doing it in sections, but we'll start at the top and position it at an angle. I brought out the big word stamp that reads love you and stamped the word love right below the hearts, making sure that it touches the tips of the hearts so it looks like the word is hanging. Basically repeating the steps throughout my card. Then on a piece of white cardstock, I am inking this box of chocolates that is going to go in the center of my card, which is going to be the focal point. I'll be using my Spectrum Noir markers, which are alcohol markers. Putting my Misty aside for now, because I'll be coloring the words love you. I saw some samples on the computer of colors that I wanted to use on this card, and you see me using them here. I started out with the darkest reds, the light pinks, the darker pinks, and back to the lightest pinks, and followed the same steps with all the letters. I am leaving the cap side up so you can see the numbers of the markers I am using, as you see me doing here. And here I have this nice pen that will make all the difference on this card. You will notice that the decorations I put on these letters is a white gel pen, which I am adding lines and dots to my letters. This is a Secura Pen 10. It's the boldest one. It's nice and bold, and you can see the bright white on your projects. It will look very nice at the end. So now it's time to color these hearts, and I'm using 7 different colors to make it stand out, and they are bright colors. I love the combinations that I picked. You know, this stamp set is not just to be used in February. You can give it to your Valentine any time of the year. You can do so much with it, and you can also create a card for anyone for any time. A birthday, anniversary, and of course for your Valentine, or just because. Even for Mother's Day, you can give it to your mom. You can put the hearts and the box of chocolates. It will look good. I'm just blending these colors out on my hearts. And I like the way they look. I hope you like them too. I love the color combinations that I picked. It's a very vibrant card. Okay, so now I am going to start coloring these chocolates with my browns, beiges, red colors. I'm using the light and dark colors. You know those fancy boxes of chocolates that you see at the stores? I'm going to do like milk chocolates and darker chocolates. It's just giving it some illusion of that. I'll be doing the swirls, lines like zigzags, dots, and hearts. I love me some chocolates at any time, but I have to watch my sugar intake. It's not good for me, that's for sure. I'm making all these lines with different colors and coloring the chocolates with different browns. I love how this box is looking and the colors I'm giving it. I'm basically just giving in the final touches to this box and adding again some lines of this Sakura pen 10 on some of the chocolates just to add some interest. You know, at the stores on Valentine's Day, they bring up the prices at 50% off, and at the same time, they're already decorating for Easter. The months of December, February, and March to April are all about candies. And it's so tempting, isn't it, to buy chocolates all these months? I want to watch my sugar intake, but sometimes it's so hard. I just have to have the will to not buy any more candies. It's just so hard. I'm using this Sakura. I don't know how you pronounce it, Sakura or Sakura. I'm not sure. Just applying this white gel pen on some of my chocolates. Okay, so going back to my card, I'm adding those lines on my hearts like a reflection, and you also can add these lines to balloons, flowers, almost anything. Once your card is done, it looks so nice. I brought out my Spectrum Noro shimmer pens and added some sparkles to all the red hearts that I have on this panel. See, just to give them some shine. So now I'm bringing the Wink of Stella glitter clear brush to add some shine to all of the hearts, making sure that I clean the brush at each use because you don't want to transfer one color to the other heart or vice versa, right? Make sure you clean it each time. Did the same with the words. I let the words dry before I applied the sparkle on them, brought my black Sakura pen to add those black dots to my chocolates. Just adding the final details to my chocolates. And I have added some dimensionals to the back of the box of chocolates to position it in the center. But I'm going to add glue to the back of the panel first and adhere to my card base, making sure I press it down firmly. Now I can position my box of chocolates in the center of my panel. I'm using my pink stickles to the sides of my box of chocolates. I am going to blend this cotton candy ink with my brush on the edges of this cutout die to glue it in the center of the inside of my card base. Like so, and again added some stickles to decorate the corners. Well guys, I truly hope you liked this card and got inspired. Hope you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Take care, you guys, and until the next time, goodbye.